Arne Slot offers Liverpool injury update amid Joe Gomez and Dominic Szoboszlai worries. Arne Slot says the injury that Joe Gomez picked up against Brighton was a muscle issue, and he doesn't expect him to be fit enough to take on Spurs next week. Midfielder Dominic Szoboszlai, meanwhile, took a knock on his ankle. The Liverpool man might be able to battle through and make himself available for the upcoming games, with a full assessment still to be undertaken, but it was a hefty blow. If I have a player who goes off with a muscle injury like Joe, that's normally not a positive thing, Slot told the Reds' official website after the game had finished. I would not expect him to be in the squad next week, at Tottenham Hotspur. But sometimes you get a positive surprise. People now maybe understand a bit better why I was always so cautious not to play him so many games. I assume many people thought, if you have a defender, if you have a right full back, why don't you play him? And it was his ankle. It didn't look great when I just saw him. But he has an unbelievable mentality, so let's hope for the best. The good thing is that Connor Bradley comes back from a suspension next week, and normally Jeremy Frimpong will train with us also. But we're also going to miss Mo Salah, because he is going to go to the Africa Cup of Nations. Liverpool beat Brighton thanks to a brace from Hugo Ekitike. The Frenchman was replaced by Alexander Isak in the second half after he had gone down, but that was just cramp. Just before I took him off, there was a moment he could hardly walk any more because of cramp, Slot said during his post-match press conference. What I see with him is all the players we brought had to adapt to the Premier League because of intensity. Some of them had to adapt to the Premier League and the Champions League. I see all of them making progress in that. Hugo had cramp today, but I can assure you he did twice as much at the beginning of the season when I had to take him off, and that is what this league brings as well. If you cannot be intense, it is so hard to win a game of football. The best athletes play in this league. Arne Slot makes lucky Liverpool admission in Florian Wirtz's praise. Arne Slot admitted Liverpool was lucky at times against Brighton as he reflected on the performance, while also offering praise for Florian Wirtz for his influence. Hugo Ekitike's brace secured the much-needed points in the Premier League for Liverpool, but the spotlight was firmly on Mohamed Salah as he made his first appearance since last weekend's explosive interview at Leeds. The Egyptian was warmly cheered onto the pitch, with his name echoing around Anfield after he supplied the corner for Ekitike's second goal. Fabian Hürzeler's side pushed hard late on in search of a way back into the contest, but wasted several promising chances and returned south empty-handed. On the game, Slot said, hard work. We had to work really hard for this win because we faced a very good team that kept going to the end. For the first time in weeks, I feel like we had a bit of luck today. We have a clean sheet, and in other games we have conceded 3 without the other team having as many chances. In the second half, in the moments they had, when we were together in and around our box, we had chances on the counter, but I quite liked the way we played. Maybe we deserved this bit of luck, because of the mentality that we showed and the injuries and other things like that. Starting on the left and drifting inside, Wirtz displayed his usual energy and sharpness in possession. He worked tirelessly to support Milos Kerkez and showed genuine quality on the ball, suggesting he is steadily adapting to the demands of the Premier League. While there remains scope for improvement in protecting possession in dangerous areas, his work rate deserves recognition. He won 9 of his 12 duels, the second highest total on the day, and made more recoveries than any other outfielder with 9. According to FOTMob, Wirtz also created the second most chances with 3, behind Salah's 5, and recorded the joint second most touches in the opposition box with 8. On Wirtz, Slot added, the way he handles the ball. How comfortable he is with that. I think he is also one of the players I say when he is getting better and better. He is getting stronger and stronger. All the hard work the players have put in over the last few months is paying off. After so many games played, it is a week where hopefully we can recover a little bit. There will be some training time. Mohamed Salah has perfect response to Liverpool interview offer after Arne Slot outburst. Mohamed Salah drew laughs from reporters at Anfield as he rejected requests to stop in the mixed zone after Liverpool's Premier League win over Brighton on Saturday. A week ago, It seemed as though Sulla might have been on the way out of Liverpool after his incendiary chat with journalists at Elland Road. However, after being left out of the trip to Inter Milan in the Champions League in midweek as punishment for his remarks in West Yorkshire, Sulla was, somewhat surprisingly, back in the game-day squad against Brighton. Sulla entered the fray earlier than he would have expected after Joe Gomez suffered an injury in the first half, and he produced one of his better performances of the season despite not getting on the scoresheet, assisting on Hugo Ekitike's second goal of the match. After the game, Sulla walked past the mixed zone on his way out of Anfield but laughed as he declined to stop, saying, "Oh God! 2 weeks in a row? No!" Meanwhile, Liverpool head coach Arne Slot praised Sulla's performance against Brighton, 7 days on from Sulla saying he no longer had a relationship with his manager. "I think he was a threat," Slot told Sky Sports. "I think the first ball he touched he almost gave an assist to Alexis Mac Allister, who squared it, I think, and maybe was a chance for him to shoot as well. He was constantly in the threat we had. It was pleasing to see but also not a surprise because he has done that many times in a Liverpool shirt." Asked whether it was an easy decision to restore Sulla to the squad after a week of chatter surrounding Liverpool's most high-profile player, Sulla said, "It was an easy decision to put him in the squad, and I've said many times before what has been said between the two of us. For me that stays between the two of us. He was back in the squad again, and we needed him because he was the first substitution I made. He assisted for the 2-0 for the corner kick, which is also very nice for us because we have been so many times this season on the wrong side of the set-piece battle. Today we scored one and didn't concede. That led to our win." Hugo Ekitike gives honest verdict on Mohamed Salah as a Liverpool teammate. Hugo Ekitike said that Liverpool's win over Brighton was not perfect, because he could have scored more goals during the game. For the second Premier League game in succession, Ekitike scored 2 goals, only this time he ended up on the winning side after last week's dramatic collapse against Leeds at Elland Road. After netting his brace in the 2-0 win against Brighton, Ekitike said, "I wouldn't say it was perfect because I know I could score way more today. The most important was to win in front of our fans. It was a good day at work." He added, "That was really important. We had a great game in the Champions League." Last game in the Premier League against Leeds was difficult. We came back to Liverpool with the draw, so today it was important to win and maybe restart something. I am happy today. Ekitike has been by far the most impressive of Liverpool's summer signings, having already racked up double figures for goals in all competitions. I really enjoy my life here," Ekitike said. "I have great teammates, good staff, great fans. They give me so much love, so I try to give it back. The best way is to score goals, be involved, and win games. I am just here and I do my job. Whether I play with Flo Wirtz or Alex Isak, I do my best to compliment them." Inevitably, Ekitike was asked about the situation surrounding teammate Mohamed Salah, who made his return to the field as a first-half substitute following an injury to Joe Gomez. It seemed unclear last weekend whether Sulla would ever play for Liverpool again following his ill-advised chat with reporters in the mixed zone at Leeds. Neglecting to comment directly on the controversy that has surrounded Sulla over the last week, Ekitike spoke of just how much he values the Egypt international. "Mohamed is a great, great professional," Ekitike said. "I look to him as an example. You can see how much he is involved in goals and assists. He is a legend here. To share the pitch is a blessing. That's the kind of player who makes us like to watch football." Sulla assisted Ekitike's second goal of the game, which was scored when the Frenchman headed home from an inviting delivery from a corner. "He gave me a great ball, I just had to be in a good place. It was easy to finish," Ekitike said. "I was looking for the hat trick, but it is going to be another time. It was good, 2 goals. We tried to stick together and work together.